Hello, this is Tomlin from TomlinHarmonicaLessons.com, and today's lesson is going to carry on from the lessons of the last couple of weeks where we've been looking at major pentatonic style blues. So if you haven't learned how to play the major pentatonic scale, don't worry about it too much because I'm going to talk about that a little bit more today. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can use this scale to improvise over a 12-bar blues. And it's going to give you a slightly different flavor to when you're improvising using the blues scale. But before I do that, I'm going to show you a little improvisation that I did over a 12-bar blues using the major pentatonic scale so you can get an idea of what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so let's look at which bits of the scale you can play over the one chord. So it's great because you can play every note in the scale. And what is the scale? Well, it starts on a 2-draw because we're in second position. We're playing 2-draw, 3-draw whole step bend, 3-draw, 4-draw, 5-blow, 6-blow. So let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's come back down the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you can use any of those notes over the one chord. So that means that when we're playing the one chord in the 12-bar blues, so that's the first 4 bars of a standard 12-bar blues, you can pick any of those notes and they're going to sound great. Okay, so I added in a sneaky 4-blow as well in there, but that's okay. We're gonna allow that. But what I want you to do when we get to the actual backing track, which we're gonna get to towards the end of the lesson, I want you to just play the major pentatonic scale over the one chord. And then when we get to the 4 chord, what we're going to be focusing on are all the blow notes. In fact, we're just going to play blow notes. And that means adding a note that's not in the major pentatonic scale, and that is the 4-blow. And the reason we're adding that note is because that note is the root note of the 4 chord. So it's going to be a very strong note to play over that chord, and we don't really want to miss it out. And what that opens up to us is the possibility of playing any of the blow notes on the harmonica. Because of the way that the harmonica is tuned, the blow notes all repeat themselves. So we have on the C harmonica C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C. So that means that you can play any of those notes over the 4 chord. They're all notes that are in the 4 chord. They're all going to sound great. And then when you come back to the major pentatonic, when you come back to the one chord, you're going to use the major pentatonic scale. And that just means that you're going to shift that kind of visualization from playing all blow notes to playing the scale again. So that is kind of translating into playing a lot more draw notes. So I just shifted from playing blow notes for the 4 chord and then playing major pentatonic scale for the 1 chord again. And then we get to the last 4 bars of the 12-bar blues, where we're going to hit the 5 chord for 1 bar. Now this one's a little bit difficult. There aren't actually a lot of notes in the major pentatonic scale that sound incredibly strong over the 5 chord. But it's not the end of the world. Because it's only 1 bar long, it doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of note choice to play with. So I'm just going to give you 2 notes which are going to sound great over that chord. So we have the 4-draw, which sounds great because it's the root note of the 5 chord. So that's why it's a really important one to hit. And then the other note that you can play is the 3-draw whole step bend. And the reason that works is that it's the 5th note in the chord. So it's another note that's in the chord. So you go. And that works really nicely. So you're only going to play that for one bar. So that's 4 draw and 3 draw whole step bend. And then we've got 1 bar of the 4 chord. So you're going to shift to blow notes. And then we've got 2 bars of the 1 chord again. So we're going to come back to playing the major pentatonic scale. So I've gone through all these ideas quite quickly because what I'm going to hand over next is basically a backing track with the notes up on screen that you can target. So it's going to just show you what notes will work over which chord. So major pentatonic scale over the 1 chord, blow notes over the 4 chord, and then the 4 draw and 3 draw whole step bend over the 5 chord. And it's going to run through 2 or 3 12-bar blues progressions so that you can try practicing over it and see what it's like and get comfortable with the movement. That's just a little bit of an introduction to improvising over a 12-bar blues using the major pentatonic scale. What I've done to make practicing this a little bit easier is I've put together a chart of the 12-bar blues and which notes you can target over each chord, which you can get by clicking on the link in the description below. And I've also put together a secret bonus video, which you need to go to the same link below to get, which is just the backing track with the notes that you need to target over each chord as the chords happen. So it'll make it super easy for you to play along with it. And now you can do something for me. If you found that lesson helpful, give me a thumbs up by hitting the like button below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put up a new harmonica lesson every single Wednesday and I wouldn't want you to miss out on next week's harmonica lesson. Thank you very much.